This is Poke Center with your host, Bane. Good evening, everyone. This is Bane presenting Poke Center News, your one stop for all things Pokemon Factory Draft League. We just finished up our Season 4 draft, and we got 18 teams coming at you this season. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get in and meet those teams. First up, you have the Philadelphia Pincers, run by Nick Goldine Goldie. He's been in competitive for what feels like forever, and his favorite pick this season was Dragapult. Next up, you got Peter Realmont taking on the New York Fire Dogs. He's been doing competitive for 7 years, and his favorite pick was Regieleki. Next up, you have Oscar Pikachu Reyes, leading the Legion of Houndoom. He's been competitive for 4 years, and this year's favorite pick was Heatran. Next up is Billy Fletch Curl with the Colorado Lycanrocs. He's been competitive for 4 years, and his favorite pick was Crocodile. And then we got the Aussie Apoms run by Tim Bennett, who's been competitive for 6 months, and his favorite pick was Tapu Bulu. And now we got Serene Grace Shockwave, run by Casper Dynamax, who's been competitive for around 9 months, and his favorite pick this season was Slowbro. And next you got Cody Brownlee with the Nerdy Nidokings. He's been doing competitive for about 8 months, and his favorite pick this season was Sylveon. The Florida Freedom Fighters with Zach Joannette. He's been in competitive for 1 year, and his favorite pick was Thundurus Therian form. Next up, Darkrise Chosen, run by Blade Bentley. He's been doing competitive for around 3 years, and Salamence was his favorite pick. Clearwater Magmar is next, run by Anthony Kettleson. He's been competitive for around 8 months, and his favorite pick was Dunsparce, of all things. We'll see if that pick really helps him out. And next up, you got Rolando Loco Villalobos with the All-American Breejex. He's been doing competitive for about 6 years, and his favorite pick was Ferroseed. And now we got Sebastian Bash Alvarez with the Dirty Dittos. He's been competitive for about 10 months, and his favorite pick this season was Noivern. And now we got Eric Rishkoviak with the San Diego Super Charizards. He's been doing competitive for about 3 years now, and his favorite pick this season, Latios. The Shikatimi Shurikens are next up with their coach, Christopher Boudreau. He's been doing competitive for 2 years now, and his favorite pick was Tapu Fini. Kevin Estrada leads a new Slowpoke with 8 years of competitive experience, and his favorite form was Landorus Therian form. And next we got the Mexican Mankeys run by Ray Guzman. He's been competitive for about 7 years now, and his favorite pick was Dragalge. Next up, Justin Botkin with the Super Shuckles. He's been doing competitive for 1 year, and his favorite pick was, you guessed it, Shuckle. And now we got the Nebraska Ironheads, run by Mark Bozen. He's been doing competitive for about 10 months now, and his favorite pick was Metagross. That's going to do it for our team introductions. Next week starts week 1 of the Factory Draft League. So let's go ahead and take a look at a crowd favorite, the Machamp matchups. First up, we got Darkrise Chosen taking on the Mexican Mankeys. Dirty Dittos versus a new Slowpoke. Super Shuckles take on San Diego Super Charizards. The All-American Breejects take on Clearwater Magmars. Colorado Lycanrocs take on Philadelphia Pincers. And the next batch of matches, New York Fire Dogs will be taking on the Chicoutimi Shurikens. Serene Gray Shockwave and the Nebraska Ironheads. Nerdy Nidokings and the Florida Freedom Fighters. And Legion of Houndoom, rounding it out, taking on the Aussie Apoms. That's going to do it for this next week's Machamp matchups. And that is going to do it for Poke Center for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, we'll be getting into the nitty-gritty, talking about some transactions, talking about Week 2 matchups. And we're going to get an interview with the champion of last season, as well as the runner-up. So look forward to that, everybody. And we will see you on the battlefield.